To the real estate market review. We're going to be hitting some national stats and graphs and trends, and then we're going to be talking a little more local and seeing how we're reflecting. We're going to see a similar pattern here in the Bay Area.
When the rates started really climbing, we saw that home purchase sentiment really decline, especially at the end of last year. And now we're starting to see that improve somewhat as people are getting used to the current rates and current prices. Adult children are able to find jobs now. That was also a little bit tricky as they were leaving college. So they're finding jobs, they're finding good wages, and now they're starting to move back out of their parents' house. So
yeah, so the housing makeup, we're seeing homes more ADUs. We're seeing this is actually driving a lot of our new buyers. So buyers between 18 and 34, maybe they're paying off those student loans, they're able to start buying. This is national. Housing affordability has improved. So I would like to think that we've hit the bottom and we're heading back up.
Yeah.
You know, we've made our adjustments, and this is what the Feds obviously were doing with those rates, is we needed to cool down that boiling pot. And my hope and our goal today is to read not just what has happened in the past, but talk about where these trends are headed. Right. And I would guess right now, and I think we're going to see in the rest of this market update, that the affordability is coming back. People have a tracker nationally, Goldman Sachs, according to them, they're seeing that we've maybe hit the bottom and we're coming back up as far as we are seeing those houses sell again. At the end of last year, we can see that we still had, homes sales down. If you look compared to other years, you can see what happened in 2008, 9, 10, not as many homes sold. Prior to that, when the rates were really low, a lot of homes sold. The last 4 years, a lot of homes were selling, rates were low, and then we saw it dip down last year. Home sales monthly across the country are down month over month, year over year. So it's proving to be true right here in San Mateo County as well. Expecting to see that the home sales will go back up. We're going to start seeing more home selling.
Right.
Going into the holidays, we have a dip here in December. We're not very much new inventory. So the top red line is all the new inventory that's coming on the market. So this is one of the reasons I think sellers, it's a good idea to put your homes on the market during November and December, because not very many people are putting new homes on the market. But guess what? There's buying, there's sales happening. When you don't have a whole lot of inventory, things are selling, they're moving fast.
Prices up. Yeah.
Yeah. And I like this graph mainly to look at what's been happening. Again, these are the counties: San Francisco, San Mateo, Santa Clara County, to list price ratio. So if this graph, you look at the 100%, this is, we list your house, let's say for 1.5, and you get 1.5, you're right at the 100. Okay. So there was a little while there in December, January, where we were actually seeing some pretty good deals. As a matter of fact, the prices, we started losing all that momentum on multiple offers here. Right as the rates were going up, we started seeing the house, the prices come down. But the good news is, and we even went below, so we were getting some sellers were accepting offers below their asking price. But guess what? Right now we're back up. So we're on a trend. I don't know that we'll hit this high of a trend to be 15 or 20% above asking price. But I think right now we're settling right around
offers, all cash, etc. No.
Yeah, right at about 5%, 6% above ask. So Judy, what we're hearing nationally is that over the next couple of years, we don't expect these rates to go back to that 2% or 3%, unfortunately.
There's two different types of inflation out there. The CPI, which you've heard of, that's kind of like the basket of goods, and that same basket, is it costing more or less over time? And that basket does not include food and gas. So these 2 or 3 measures of inflation have been improving, but you may not be seeing it in terms of the interest rates at this point. You can start to see now where it says 30-year fixed conventionally is in the high 6s, and we're starting to touch back into the low 7s. Where we're seeing a lot is right now is jumbo is actually in the mid 6s, and we're starting to touch it again into the low 7s. Now, this is more national. In our competitive marketplace, we're actually seeing rates that are a little bit better than this. One of the things Juliet had mentioned, and she is 100% correct, we're not seeing foreclosures or defaults. Why? Because an awful lot of people still have enormous amounts of equity. So you're not going to foreclose, you're going to sell. And it's not going to be a short sale situation. So overall, appreciation is still scheduled to go up more by the end of the year. You buy something last month, a year ago, you're still seeing the value of that property going up. That's one of the reasons why it is still an absolutely very good time to buy.
Thank you.
Thank you. See you next month.